እንነጋገርበታለን። እግዚአብሔር ሆይ ልጄን በዚህ ደረጃ አድርሰህ አምጥተህ ታሪኬን በዚህ አይነት እንድንጀምረውና በመጽሐፍ በኋላ እንዲታተም አስበን እንድንሰራ አቅደን ዛሬ እንጀምረዋለን ብለናል። ለ5 ደቂቃም ለ10 ደቂቃም ቢሆን እግዚአብሔር ሆይ አንተ ፈቃድ ከሆነ ሁሉ ነገር በትክክል ያልቃልና በሰላም አስጀምረህ በሰላም አስጨርሰን እሷንም ጊዜውን እንድታገኝ በትምህርቷም በሁሉም ነገር እግዚአብሔር ሆይ ባርካትና ምራት። ቤተሰባችንን ሁሉ ባርክልን። ጊዜውን ሰዓቱን ተረከብ በጌታ በኢየሱስ ክርስቶስ ስም አሜን። የኔ ታሪክ አሁን ያለሁበት 79 ዓመቴን ለመጨረስ 1 ወር 20 ቀን ሲቀር ነው። አሁን ከዛሬ ቀን አንስቶ ሲቀር እና ወደ 80 ለመግባት እና እግዚአብሔርን በጣም አመሰግናለሁ ይህን ረጅም እድሜ ሰጥቶኝ አሁን ደግሞ ይህንን ማስታወሻ እንድናዘጋጅ የእግዚአብሔር ፈቃድ ስለሆነ እግዚአብሔር ይመስገን። እኔ በአዲስ አበባ ከተማ በ1922 ዓመተ ምህረት ግንቦት 5 ቀን ተወለድኩ። ከኔ በፊት አንድ ታላቅ ወንድም ነበረኝ። እሱም አሁን ወደ ታውቋል። ከኔ በኋላ ደግሞ እናቴ 3 ወንዶች ልጆች ወልዳለች። ሁሉም ወደ ጌታ ሄደዋል። እኔ ብቻ ነኝ ከእናቴ ልጆች ያለሁት። አባቴ የወለዳቸው ከሌላ ሚስት አግብቶ የወለዳቸው ወንድሞች አሉኝ። ሁሉም አዲስ አበባና አንድ አሜሪካን ሀገር ተሾመ ይባላል። እንግዲህ ሁልጊዜ አንድ ታሪክ ሲጀመር የሚጀመረው እኔ የሰራሁት ሳይሆን ከየት እንደመጣው ነው። እኔ በአባቴ የምወለደው ስልጤ ከሚባለው የውራጌ ዘር ነው። የአባቴ አባት ባሻ ገብረ ማርያም ባሻ የተባሉት በአጼ ምኒልክ ነው። ከዛ በፊት ግን የዛ የሙጎ አካባቢ ባላባት ስለነበሩ እና ለመገዛት የማይፈልጉ ኢንዲፔንደንስ አይነት የባላባትነት ስሜት ስለነበር አጼ ምኒልክ በወታደር ኃይል አጥቅተው ያዟቸው። ከዛ በኋላ የአጼ ምኒልክ የእልፍኝ አሽከር ነው የሆኑት። ከዛ አድዋ ዘምተው ጀግንነት ሰርተው ብዙ ነገር ደርሶ ታሪካቸውን በኋላ የእሳቸውን ስንናገር እንገልጸዋለን። እሳቸው የወለዷቸው ልጆች የኔን አባት ማንበልጤን፣ ማማ ቡንሽን፣ ባሻ በኃይሉን እነኝን 4 ልጆች ወልደው ነው እሳቸው ያረፉት። አባ ደግሞ ከፍ ብዬ ስናገር እንደመጣሁት ባሻ ገብረ ማርያም አባታቸው ቀኝቶ ይባላሉ። የቀኝቶ አባት ደግሞ ጤማሎ ይባላል። የጤማሎ አባት አዝማች ምርቃን፣ ከአዝማች ምርቃን በኋላ በፊት ያለው ማለት ነው ቅምቅም ገራዳ በኬ ይባላል። እንግዲህ ገራዳ በኬ አዝማች ምርቃንን፣ አዝማች ምርቃን ጤማሎን፣ ጤማሎ ቀኝቶን፣ ቀኝቶ ባሻ ገብረ ማርያምን፣ ለስማሸን፣ ዋበላን፣ ሊያቶን ወለደ። አሁን እኛ የባሻ ገብረ ማርያም ቅርንጫፎች ነን። እኔ የባሻ ገብረ ማርያም የልጅ ልጅ ያዛች ተሾመ ልጅ ነኝ።
ቆይ so what did you just explain right there? Who was that? Those were
This was the grandfather of Basha ገብረ ማርያም.
Did you just say your great grandparents?
Yeah.
You knew the names? I didn't know.
I know the name. I told you the name. You see, let me tell you, Garada Beke is the grand. And then Garadabake born Azmach Mirkan. Azmach Mirkan born Temalo. Temalo born Kanyito. Kanyito now borns Basha Gauramariam. The father of Basha Gauramariam is Kanyito.
And then the
Our
father of Gabra
grand-grandmother.
Mariam is Teshome.
Teshome.
So you just went up like about 6 people.
Yeah.
How did you know all those names?
Yeah, I asked it. I
Oh,
asked
really?
it,
So
yeah.
recently.
Yeah.
So now,
But that, we don't need that.
so
really.
but do you know who these men were?
I know this Lesmashe, Johar, Liato, Wabella, this the son of the brother of Basha Gauramariam. I know them. I know them by name.
Those were your grandfathers.
Yeah, the brother of grandfather.
So you know the names of the brothers, and then you know the fathers.
The father. That's what I'm saying.
So that's
You
what I'm
see,
saying.
The grandfather is Basha Gauramariam. The grandfather is
Okay, so
Kanyito.
let's start from here. Okay, you are Yilma Teshome.
Right.
Teshome Gabra Mariam.
Teshome Gauramariam.
Gabra Mariam
Kanyito.
Enyito.
Kanyito. Temalo.
Temalo.
Temalo. Azmach Mirkan. Azmach Mirkan Garadabake.
Okay.
The real head of the Silte family or the real Balabat is Garad Abake.
What is the Silte
The
family?
Garad Abake means Mambelete ማለት ያባህት ናቸው ሞተዋል። እሳቸው when something fails በርበሬ ገረዳ ይሉ ነበር። እኔ ታዲያ አይገባኝም። በርበሬ ገረዳ ማለት በስላምኛ የበርበሬ ልጅ ብሎ እንደመፎከር ነው። የበርበሬ ልጅ ገረዳ ገረድህ እንደማለት ነው። ግን እውነተኛው ሚኒንጉ የበርበሬ ልጅ የበርበሬ ዘር ብሎ መፎከር። በርበሬ ገረዳ ይሉ ነበር። ማንበለቴ ማለት ያባህት ናቸው ታላቅ።
But Garada was his actual name.
የስላም no. This is a saying. A saying.
So, but what was the last person's name you just said? You said.
That's the name. This is, I tell you, this is just what she talks
Yeah.
every time. Like.
But that sounds similar to the name you just
No,
said.
አይደለም ስሙ ያ ስሙ እንትን ነው ጤማሎ የምናምን ነው።
Okay.
እሱ ግድ የለም እሱ is not important እኔ
Well, no, it is kind of important, I think. So,
Nah.
what I was going to ask you is this, Ababa. So, you know up until almost, well, I think you just said about 5 or 6?
We don't need. We know Yilma Teshome Gauramariam Kanyito.
Okay, now what I would like to do though, before we begin your story is, I just want to kind of give a brief glimpse of where you came from, the men you came from, because, you know, usually every great leader came from leaders, and so I think the family and anyone who hears your
that's why
story
you see.
should discern. So what I kind of want to do is just kind of a glimpse, just a quick thing. Okay, now your father was Teshome Gabra Mariam.
Right.
Now Teshome Gabra Mariam, can you just explain his thing right now?
You know, Teshome Gauramariam went to the palace when he was 7 years old. Prince Zewditu grew him up, gave him education. He grew up there. And from there, when she died, he went to Haile Selassie. And then, when the Italian war came, he went to the army. And he became a captain, and he went to war.
So he was, you
He
said
was
he
in the
was,
army too.
so he was raised by her.
Yeah, he was raised by Nugus Zewditu. You see.
Wow.
Because Basha Gauramariam was close to
Basha Gabra Mariam, which is his
Ase
father.
Minlik. You see? So very close. When he was tired, the last moment, when he's tired and retired, after he became from prison, after religious, he said to her that, take this my son and grow him up, and she took it. And my father went to palace with the rank of my grandfather. 7 years old, he was promoted to the rank. You know, Basha Teshome, Lij, his son, 7 years old. As Basha, he went to the palace.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he was raised there.
Yeah.
So you kind of explained most of what he did. You said he was raised basically.
Raised and worked in the palace. with her in the Finyashker, like Ed, the emperor's Ed, or the Kindadi, and he grew up.
Wow. So and he basically he brought this from his father. This was something he carried on from his father. So the next after Yilma Teshome, then there's Teshome Gabra Mariam, then there is Gabra Mariam. What's the last name?
No, Gabra Mariam Kenyito.
Kenyito. Now that's your grandfather.
Grandfather. Yeah.
All right. So to tell us a little bit about your grandfather.
Yeah, my grandfather, as I told you when I was starting, he was just a known person in the country. What we call it Balabat in Amharic. Balabat ነበሩ እሳቸው እዛ። ከዛ በኋላ አፄ ምኒልክ took him to the palace. ወሰዷቸው በቃ። It was really by force, but we don't want to say that.
So when you say, what did you say? Bala Abbas ነበሩ?
ባላባት ማለት ባላባት ምንድን ነው በአማርኛ?
ራንክ ነው በቃ ራንክ ማለት ነው።
አዎ እንደ ባላባት ማለት the head of that part of the country.
Gabra Mariam Kenyito.
Gabra
He
Mariam.
was the head of which part of the country?
Mugo.
Mugo is where?
Mugo is in down in Kambata area.
Okay. For people who aren't that familiar with that part of
Silte
it.
kono, Silte. Much better to say Silte.
And Silte is in, like, for instance, I'm not that familiar with those parts of Ethiopia. Where is that?
Where the Muslims are.
Where the Muslims are.
Oh,
So is
yeah.
that in northern?
Mugo itself, it is much better to say in the Korumbilish አይገባም ከምባታም አይሆንም. I think Mugo ማለት ነው.
How large of a land was this that he was ruling?
What?
He was basically the ruler of the land.
No, you see, he was chosen by his race, by the people. He was not promoted by the emperor, but by the people. Yeah.
He was chosen by the people to lead this area.
Yeah.
And this area was called, once again,
Mugo.
Mugo.
Yeah.
And that's what the people called it. He was the
Right.
leader of Mugo.
Right.
And these people are what descent are these people? The Oromo?
Silte.
Silte is...
I told you, Silte, Muslim.
See, because I don't even know what Silte is. What does Silte mean?
Silte means the Urage Muslim means.
The Gurage Muslim people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Urage, there are seven kind, ሰባት የውራጌ small districቶች አሉ። ምንድን ነው ይሄ ቻሃ፣ ነሞር፣ ጤሞ ብዙ ነው። a lot of among this is one is the Muslim. Silte is one of the Urage country.
So Silte is a Gurage country.
Urage, but by religion is a Muslim country.
Okay, so it's a Gurage Muslim. So it's called Mugo, but then again, it's also called Silte. Is Silte another name for it?
You are right. Yes.
But then earlier you said that when you named the people in your family, you said he was the head of the Silte.
No.
I didn't.
Not the
Because I'm trying to make sense of what exactly Silte means.
Silte means a country, Muslim country.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Silte is not a name of a
It is still called
place.
Silte. Silte has Mugo, Dalocha, Maskan, a lot of countries.
Okay.
Now I've forgotten it.
So your grandfather, Gabra Mariam Kenyito, was the leader of the Mugo area.
Right. When he was taken by Menelik to the palace.
Okay.
And he became the bodyguard and the security for the palace.
So Minilik took him so that he could work with him.
Correct.
Okay.
In short, that's it.
And now, just for historical purposes, so we understand what is going on in history at this time. Now, Minilik, this is the Minilik that came into power after Lijiyasu?
No.
This is before Lijiyasu.
Before Lijiyasu. Lijiyasu came, he stayed only for 3 years, and he was gone. Then, after Lijiyasu, Nugis Zawditu came.
Okay.
And then after Nugis Zawditu, Haile Selassie came in.
Okay. So your grandfather was with Minilik. He worked with Minilik. Now that's Gabra Mariam Kenyito. Now,
and with Nugis Zawditu too.
and worked with Nugis Zawditu. Because after Nugis Zawditu and Minilik were together at that time, basically helping to rule, then Lijiyasu came. Minilik never came back to the throne.
No, Lijiyasu came after Minilik died.
And Minilik was killed?
No, he died.
Just died.
Normal days.
Okay, cool. So Lijiyasu came after Minilik died?
Yeah, because he is the son of Minilik.
Okay.
Yeah. And then his ways of government was not correctly done. They removed him.
Okay, so that's Gabra Mariam Kenyito. Now, Kenyito, the next person after Gabra Mariam Kenyito is Kenyito, what's his last name?
Kenyito's father, you mean?
Yeah.
Kenyito.
So we've got Yilma Teshome.
Temalo.
So Yilma Teshome,
Kenyito Temalo.
Teshome Gabra Mariam Kenyito, your grandfather, and then Kenyito
Temalo.
Temalo. Kenyito Temalo is your great-grandfather.
Correct.
Okay. So, do you know anything about Kenyito Temalo?
No, not really.
Not really. Okay, so basically right now we're beginning the story with your great-grandfather, your grandfather, and Yilma Teshome.
Right.
Gabra Mariam Kenyito had Teshome Gabra Mariam, who had Yilma Teshome.
Wow.
Okay. Yilma Teshome.
ባሻ ገብረ ማርያም ከዛ አጼ ሚኒሊክ ወሰዷቸው። የአጼ ሚኒሊክ እልፍኝ አሽከር ሆነው ሲያገለግሉ when he was working there, the Adwa War came. The first Adwa War.
Basha Gabra Mariam. When you say Basha Gabra Mariam, you are saying Gabra Mariam Kenyito.
Correct.
And Basha means what?
Basha is a name of promotion.
Okay, so Basha Gabra Mariam. Now repeat what you were just talking about. You said when he was, what did you just say?
He was taken to the palace and he lived there as Yelfinyashkar and bodyguard.
With Zawditu.
No, with Minilik.
With Minilik, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he served with Minilik and he went to war, to Adwa.
Okay.
Adwa ጦርነት ላይ ሲዋጉ ቆይተው ጀግንነት ሄሮይዝም ሰሩ። ምደጃማ ባሻ ገብረ ማርያም he killed five Italians by gorade only. That means by bayonet only in English. Gorade means bayonet. And when the war is over, he was asked by the emperor, "Min largilih, what shall I do for you?" And he said, "Mugon risk gult arguli. Mugon maretin lela balabat እንዳይገባኝ lela ገዢ እንዳይገባኝ."
What does that mean when he said that?
I will explain you. You see, when he took Mugo as his private property, no tax, no nothing, no government employee goes and asks anything for him. You see, he will not be asked for anything. He took it for grant, free from everything.
And that's what he was asking for that back, for that land.
That was permitted for him.
Okay.
And በዚህ አይነት ቀጠሉ። አጼ ሚኒሊክ ባሻ ገብረ ማርያም የአድዋ ጦርነትም አለፈ። በኋላ አጼ ሚኒሊክ ጊዜያቸው ደርሰው አርፈው ልጅ ኢያሱ ቴክ ኦቨር ሲያደርጉ ባሻ ገብረ ማርያም ታሰሩ፣ አሰራቸው። የጃንሆይ አሽከር የአፄ ምኒልክ አሽከር በመሆናቸው አሰራቸው። it was not long time, ብዙ ጊዜ አልነበረም።
So ልጅ ኢያሱ when
Yeah.
Minilik died, ልጅ ኢያሱ put ገብረ
over.
ማርያም in
In
prison.
prison, yeah.
Even though he worked for his father.
Oh yeah, because he opposed him.
He opposed his
Yeah.
father. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he was in prison, but afterwards he was released when ንግስት ዘውዲቱ took over.
Okay.
ንግስት ዘውዲቱ took over, Menelik went to ኢያሱ went to prison and
Her own family. She sent which is related to
Yeah.
Zewditu.
Yeah.
She sent him to prison.
Yeah, she's in the
Okay. Mhm. And then Gabra Mariam.
ገብረ ማርያም was retired. My father went into the palace with ንግስት ዘውዲቱ. He grew up there. Now the Italian war is going to come. Then my mother and father was married, and I was born in 1922. በ1922 ዓመተ ምህረት ነው የተወለድኩት።
Okay, hold on. You just said a lot of things right there.
Yeah.
So you said when Lijis Iyasu, who had Gabra Mariam, Kenyitu, in prison,
Yeah.
Liji Iyasu died.
Not died.
No, Liji Iyasu went to prison. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Then Minilik, by this time Minilik's already dead. Liji
Dead.
Iyasu goes to prison, and Gabra Mariam gets out of prison,
Out of prison, but
and he retires.
retired.
When Gabra Mariam retires, at this time, while he's retiring, his son, Teshome Gabra Mariam, is being raised in the palace.
Yeah, he gave Teshome to the for the emperor.
So Gabra Mariam Kenyuto is the one who fought in Adwa.
Oh yeah.
And Adwa was, now can you just tell us a little bit about the Battle of Adwa?
The Battle of Adwa means that is the first Italian war to conquer Ethiopia, which they failed. They were not able to do, but they took Eritrea from that time onwards and separated Eritrea and started living in Eritrea.
Wow. So that was the Battle of Adwa when they
Yeah.
first tried it, and that's when Eritrea was taken.
Right.
Okay. So we finished that up. Now we went to Gabra Mariam. We went to Teshome Gabra Mariam. Teshome Gabra Mariam, who was raised by Zewditu.
Teshome Gabra Mariam was raised by Zewditu from 7 years old, and he grew up there. He was educated there, and everything he has got. And ንግስት ዘውዲቱ died, and Emperor Haile Selassie took over.
So when Haile Selassie took over, your father worked for Haile Selassie.
Yeah.
So at that time when Haile Selassie took over, your father was serving.
My father was serving Haile Selassie, and he served for a long period of time, and the Italian War came in 1920. My father and mother were married 1920. I was born in 1922.
And the Italian War began before you were born?
No, 28. I was 6 years old.
So your father and mother married in 1920.
Yeah,
And you said you were born in 1922.
right.
Okay, now your father, Teshome Gabra Mariam, and your mother, whose name
Ethiopian
is...
calendar.
In the Ethiopian calendar, 1920. Now, and your mother's name is...
ይገምቱ አጥናፌ.
So Teshome Gabra Mariam and Yigemtu Atnafe married in 1920 of the Ethiopian calendar.
Yeah.
Now, your mother, just a little bit of information about your mother.
My mother, I will tell you, it is in a very short. She comes from two big family. My mother, in her mother's side, she's from Oromo. On her father's side, she's from Amara. Listen carefully. Mother Oromo, born from Ilfnesh Welde Tzadik. Fitaurari Welde Tzadik is the brother of Fitaurari Habte Georgis, the war minister of that time. And her father, Fitaurari Atnafe, is Amara, Manz. By that time, the Amara race is the governing race. Much better to say it like that. Almost all Ethiopia was governed by the Amara. Almost all. But in any case, we will correct him in Annegager. በኋላ መጽሐፉ ላይ ሲወጣ እናም አሎ እንዴት አመሸ? አዎ ሰራ ሪሴት አስፈልጎት ነበር። አዎ ሙሉ መጣችና አስተዋረገችው። ገና ነን እግዚአብሔር ይመስገን። እሺ አናግራት እንጂ እንግዲህ ይኸውልሽ ወይዘሮ እልፍነሽ የእናቴ እናት ወይዘሮ እልፍነሽ her father is Amara ፊታውራሪ አጥናፌ ጋረደው ይገዙ።
Okay, so your mother's parents, what are her mother's parents? Your mother's parents' names are, her father was
ፊታውራሪ አጥናፌ ጋረደው ይገዙ።
Fitaurare means
the second highest rank.
So, and then what was his first name?
ፊታውራሪ አጥናፌ
And his last name?
አጥናፌ ጋረደው አልኩሽ።
So your mother's father's name was Fitaurari Atnafe Garredo.
My mother's father name ፊታውራሪ አጥናፌ ጋረደው።
Fitaurari Atnafe Garredo. And her mother's name?
ወይዘሮ እልፍነሽ ወልደ ጻዲቅ።
Okay. And you said
ወይዘሮ እልፍነሽ is Oromo. Complete 100% Oromo. She is born Welde Tzadik means the brother of Fitaurari Habte Georgis. Fitaurari Habte Georgis who is the war minister and he's Oromo too. Her mother is Oromo. Her father is Amara. This is the only thing what we must know. Finish.
Okay. Cool. And then what were her do you know the parents' names of hers, right?
I told you the parent.
No, their parents. Do we know the parents?
ይገምቱ the father ይገምቱ አጥናፌ ጋረደው ይገዙ. I can't tell you.
Garredo ይገዙ.
ይበቃል.
And that's the grandfather.
Yeah.
Yeah, well we'll sit down at some point though. We're going to say all of that. We don't have to do all of that right now though.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And
so
the mother ወይዘሮ እልፍነሽ ወልደ ጻዲቅ
Ilfnesh ወልደ ጻዲቅ Ilfnesh ወልደ ጻዲቅ ወይዘሮ Ilfnesh ወልደ ጻዲቅ is your grandmother on your mother's side. Okay, so how did your parents meet?
My mother
So your father was working for the kingdom, and what was your mother doing? How did they meet?
That time there is no how they met. It's not like እንዳሁን አይደለም።
እሺ
ያኔ በፋሚሊ አሬንጅመንት ነው ጋብቻው። እንግዲህ ምን አይነት ዘመድ እንዳገናኛቸው አይታወቅም። ሽማግሌዎች ያገናኛሉ፣ ልጅ ለልጅ ይሰጣል እንጂ እንደ ዛሬ እናንተ እንደምታደርጉት ወይም አሁን እኛ እንደምናደርገው አይደለም ጋብቻ።
So it was an arranged marriage.
Yeah, family arrangement.
That's interesting, though. There were two very important people that were
very important people.
Yeah.
That's what I am wondering really. The way how they married and their face, My father was a beautiful man, a very handsome man. My mother the same. Her color is like Adalic, very light skin color. I don't know how I became black. My brother was light skin. I know my brother. I know only one brother. እና ያ እንግዲህ አየሽ የኔ እናቴ ይገምቱ አጥናፌ አጥናፌ ጋረደው ይገምቱ ልፍነሽ ልፍነሽ ወልደ ዛዲቅ my father ተሾመ ገብረ ማርያም ቀኝቶ. That is the most important. My father worked for the palace, the grandfather worked for the palace. The same in my mother's side. More higher. They worked. The Fidariatnazi was working throughout his life for the government, and he died in war. And with the road finished, except she's a lady, she was born from almost high family of that time, of Oromo family.
Now you said Fitaurariav Tnafe, which is your grandfather on your mother's side.
Right.
You said he died in the war?
Yeah, there was one Shifta. He was told to capture that Shifta.
What's a
He
Shifta?
died there. Shifta means rebel. Like
So what exactly, how did he serve so he was a...
Fitarari,
Fitaurari.
the war minister ordered him to go and capture the Shifta.
So
he died.
So he basically led an army?
No, that time you don't need an army. You have people which goes with you.
Okay.
That's
But basically he served in the military.
No, he served as a civil. But that time, whoever serves as a governor, he is like a military leader.
So he was a governor.
Yeah.
So your grandfather on your mother's side was a governor.
Governor, yeah.
Okay, and he was a governor in, where was he governor at?
He was governor in Gamugofa and a lot of places. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So they met, you said it was an arranged marriage.
Oh, yeah.
And they married in 1920, and they had you in 1922. So when they married
And there was my elder brother in 1921.
So, okay, where did they marry at?
It's Addis Ababa.
They
Must have
married-
been in Addis Ababa.
They married in Addis Ababa.
Yeah.
And did they live in Addis Ababa?
They did, yeah.
And then where did they have you? You were
I
born.
was in Addis and in Kazanchis and 6 kilo afterwards.
So you were born 1922 Ethiopian calendar in Kazanchis,
Oh, yeah.
which is in Addis Ababa. Okay. 22 of the Ethiopian calendar. You were born in Kazanchis. At that time, what was going on in Ethiopia?
When I was born, there was nothing. 1922, in European calendar is 1930. Everything is normal. My father is working in the palace, and I grow up. When I am 6 years too old, now look, የግሩም ልጅ ያለው እድሜ ላይ ስደርስ የኢጣሊያ ጦርነት መጣ. Italians for the second time they came again to conquer Ethiopia. They conquered Ethiopia. ኢትዮጵያን አጥቅተው ተዋግተው ያዙ. የኔ አባት የነበረው ያኔ ጦርነት ላይ ነበር. እኔ የ6 ዓመት ልጅ ነበርኩ. እና እሱ ጦርነት እያለ በጦርነት ላይ እያለ እኛ በራችንን ዘግተን እኔ እቴቴ ታናሽ ወንድሜ ነበር ያኔ አሰፋ ይባላል እሱ እማማ ቡነሽ ማንበለጤ እትያየለች እንደዚህ ሆነን ወደ ሙጎ የሚባለው መጀመሪያ ላይ የነገርኩሽ ሀገር የአባቴ ሀገር ሸሽተን ሄድን መሸሽ ነው የሚባለው we ran away from Addis to Mugo እና እዛ በቃ
when you were 6 years old.
I was 6 years old. Yeah.
So at that time the land in Mugo was still your family's.
Yeah.
Okay.
We went there. We have cows. We had a place to farm. But I know I'm a little boy. I don't do nothing. My mother is there. And my father came from war. After he came to Addis, he heard that we are going to eat Mugo, and he came Mugo. My father came to Mugo, and he lived with us the whole 5 years.
That's how long you
We were
guys.
together. He was going out every time. He was fighting. He was doing a lot of things. ብዙ ነገር ያደርግ ነበር. Now he had his own army that time. I remember, even if I am a kid, I remember. ሙዚቃ ማን ይሄ ጥሩምባ ያስነፋል ሰው ይሰበሰባል እና so he will be in his horse, then the people has horse will be in horse, and people who walks will walk. They go and they had their own government. The Italians were not governing that part of the place.
Which part of the place?
ያ ባለበትን እሱ ራሱ ነው የሚያስተዳድረው.
And which part? Where was he at?
ሙጎ.
Oh, so basically, what you're saying is, when the Italians came, and when you and your mother, how long did you guys stay by yourselves before your grandfather? I mean, before your father came. I'm sorry.
No,
Not long?
Not more than 1 year.
And when he came, basically, he came to defend his own area.
No, he came. He left Addis and he came to us.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And basically defended his own land.
Correct. That's
So
the
basically
time.
what he
Now
was-
the Italians conquered. Italians ገቡ በቃ.
Yeah, but the Mugo that Minilik gave Gabra Mariam
Yeah.
was what he was defending.
Correct.
To
But
keep.
he was not defending as such.
Yeah,
but he came to the land.
When I say defend, though, I mean more so from there. They would go and fight and come back.
Yeah.
And he kept his.
Right.
So basically, your grandfather was governing the same land that your great-grandfather. I mean, your father was governing the same land that your grandfather governed.
Correct.
And not only did
Not governing, he was owning.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So he was. So not only did your grandfather have his own army, your father had his own army.
He had, yeah.
He had his own
During
army.
the Italian time.
Yeah. Wow.
That 5 years.
That's very
That 5
interesting.
years. And በዚህ አይነት ቀጠሉ እንትናን ጣሊያን 5 ዓመት ሳንማር we didn't say how no ABCD, no nothing. Till 11 years old I didn't learn nothing.
What? Because it was just
No,
craziness? Was it a lot of what was going on at that time?
No education back at that time. Nobody even thought about it.
Because everything was just upside down with the
Messed up,
Italians.
And then when we came to Ethiopia, then I went to
So basically, the Italians occupied Ethiopia for those 5 years.
5 years, yeah.
So the Italians occupied Ethiopia for 5 years, and when they left Ethiopia, at that time, your grandfather, your father and your whole family went back into Addis.
Came back to Addis.
Okay.
When the Italians left,
Yeah.
yeah, we came back to our home.
You went
they
back to
left our home, yeah. We left our home, we came back to our home.
And at that time, your father went back and was still working for.
Yeah, that time he became the governor of Butajira. Yeah, he became.
Where is that?
That was one province, Butajira province. He became a governor there, and then he came to the palace and he became Azaj for the empress.
What is that?
Azaj means a chief of everything for her side, for
And the empress is.
the wife of the king.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So, when you guys came back, that's when you first started going to school.
No, yeah, we went to Amharic school, and then we stayed there for a while. My brother died.
So, okay, now what was the name of the school that you first went to?
Oh,
You went to the name of the first school.
my
The
school.
Amharic school.
The Amharic school. That was Saint Mary. Saint Mary Amharic. This is, the priest. የቄስ ትምህርት ቤት ነው እኮ. There is no name.
Oh yeah,
for
you
it.
were telling me about that the last time. So, you were going to a ቄስ ትምህርት ቤት.
Yeah.
So you were saying that you were basically training.
That was my opinion, but my father came and took me to Tafari Makonnen.
But before, while you were at St. Mary's, you and your brother were at St. Mary's.
Yeah.
And when you were at St. Mary's, you were learning Ge'ez.
Ge'ez, right.
And you were going through the priesthood from the beginning.
Almost.
Okay, and then your father, where was your father at this time when you were at St. Mary's?
He was a governor of Butajira, I told you.
Okay, so at that time, so how long did you stay at St. Mary's? How old were you when you entered St. Mary's?
Now, 1 year.
So you started at what age, St. Mary's?
Wait, when I was 6, I came 5, 11, 12 I started. On 13, I stopped and I went to Tafari Makonnen.
At 12?
Yeah.
So at 12, your father came and took you out of St. Mary's and put you into Tafari Makonnen.
Correct.
And Tafari Makonnen, what kind of a school is that?
That is one of the best schools in Addis Ababa. That time.
And was it a military school?
No, it was elementary and high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then from Tafari Makonnen, where did you go?
I went to cadet school. Wait, let me tell you, Suma. Where are we in the history?
Right now we are you are a young child, you're in school. You said your father was the governor while you were at St. Mary's. And did he finish his governorship? Is that why when he came and he had he just took some time?
And he put me in Tafari Makonnen. My brother died and I went to Tafari Makonnen for about minimum.
And your brother
4 years. Up to 16 years old.
And how old were you said, when your brother died?
When he died, I was, I think, 13 or 14.
And he was how old?
He was 1 year less than my age. I was 1 year old.
Oh, so he was like 12, 11 or 12 years old.
He was a grown-up boy.
And his name again was?
Asafa.
Asafa Teshome.
Asafa Teshome.
And so you were 12, 13, and then how old were you? Finished Ras Makonnen?
Tafari Makonnen. I didn't finish. In Tafari Makonnen, election came for military academy. In Ethiopian calendar 1938. በ1938 ዓመተ ምህረት ምርጫ መጣ። ምንድነው ምርጫው? ወደ ካዴት ክብር ዘበኛ ካዴት ስኩል የሚገባ to go to the army cadet school or military academy we call it. I will show you the certificate. I have the certificate here. And
how old were you at this time?
16. And I was elected. My Amharic teacher went to the people who select us and he told them that they should put me in the army. Not in the army, but he told them that I am a very useful student. And he recommended me in one way or the other. Now, ተመረጥኩ ማለት ነው በ1938 ዓመተ ምህረት I will tell you the exact date. በ38 I went to Haile Selassie First Military Academy, Imperial Bodyguard. Cadet home. I became a cadet when I was 16 years old. From 8th grade, 7th grade, 7th, 8th grade. And 8th grade, that means I was doubling every time. But in 1 year, 2 grade, 3 grade, I passed. Double major እያደረኩ ነው እንጂ እዛ አልደርስም ነበር። እና በጣም መቼም በጊዜው ጎበዝ ተማሪ ነበርኩ በዛ ጊዜ። እና በቃ እኔ ካዴት ሆንኩ። የካዴት ነገር መቼም 3 አመት ነው። አስተማሪዎቻችን ስዊድኖች ናቸው። የኢትዮጵያውያኖችም አምሳልቆች አሉ የሚያስተምሩን።
And this is in Ethiopia? The cadet school?
Yeah, in Ethiopia.
Okay. And where in Ethiopia is the cadet school?
ቪላ ኢታሊያ የሚባለው አሁን ሐኪም ቤት የሆነው አዲስ አበባ።
Okay.
እዛ ነበር። እዛ 3 አመት ካዴት ሆን ኮርሱን ስንጨርስ በ1900 በኢትዮጵያ አቆጣጠር 41 ዓመተ ምህረት ጨርሰን እኔ ፈርስት ግሩፕ ውስጥ ገብቼ in other words one of the best ከሚባሉት ካዴቶች አንዱ ሆኜ ተመረቁ። The youngest second lieutenant among my friends. When I was promoted to second lieutenant, I think I was 19 or 18 and a half years old. When I was going to Korea, I was 21 ሙሉ እና በጣም ልጅ ነኝ። ያው በክብር ዘበኛ መስሪያ ቤት ስራችንን ቀጠል። በምክትል የመቶ አለቃ ተባል። ደሞዛችን በዛን ጊዜ ትንሽ ነው። በኢትዮጵያ ብር 93 ብር ብቻ ነው። ምንኖርበት ባራክስ አለ። ምግባችን የሚሰራ መንግስት ነው፣ ያሰራው መንግስት ነው። ምናድረው ምንተኛው ሁሉ ነገር ተዘጋጅቶልናል። በደንብ ሆነን ነው ምንኖር የነበረው። እግዚአብሔር ይመስገን። በዛ አይነት ያስተማርን። ከዛ እኔ በአንድ አመት እንደሰራው ኤርፎርስ ተመርጬ ሄድኩ አስተማሪነት። ኤርፎርስ አስተማሪ ሆኜ ቢሾፍቱ ጅጅጋ እየተመላለስኩ እያለሁ እንደገና ከዛ ተጠራሁና ጎጃም ሄድኩ። ደጃማች አበረ ሸፈቱ ተብሎ ያኔ ሁሉ ወጣት ትንሽ ልጅ ነኝ። በኋላ ጎጃም ሄድ ፍኖተ ሰላም ሆን መቶ አዛዥም ነኝ። ሌላም ደግሞ በመልእክት አገለግላለሁ። እዛ በቃ አንድ አመት ቆየን ጎጃም።
And Gojam is where?
Gojam means one of the province of Ethiopia. Gojam, Rasu, Gojam is one province. Gondar is another province.
And how old were you at this time?
I'm 19 years.
And at this time you're serving?
Yeah, I'm serving. 19.
Shit.
And now I went to Gojam. When we come back, the election for special battalion came. ልዩ ሻለቃ ስፔሻል ባታሊዮን ክብር ዘበኛ በሚስጥር በሚስጥር ነው። ለካ ኮሪያ ኖሯል። ኮሪያ አላለውም፣ ግን ልዩ ስፔሻል ባታሊዮን ብለው መረጡና እኔ አንዱ ነኝ። የከባድ መሳሪያ ሻምበል አዛዥ ሆኜ ተመረጡ። ግን it was ኮሪያ። ከጎጃም ስመለስ እኔ ከዛን ጊዜ ጀምሮ ምክትል የመቶ አለቃ ከሆንኩበት ጊዜ ጀምሮ ረፍት የለም። ኤርፎርስ ሄድኩ ተመለስኩ።
Once you became what?
Once I became second lieutenant. I don't have just, I'm not like the other officers. I have never rested, And now people ask me, ለምን ቅድማ አክስቶችን አታውቅም? እኔ አክስቶችን ለማወቅ ጊዜ አልነበረኝም። አየሽ። እና እኔ ካዴት ሆንኩ፣ ወደ ወጣሁ። አንዴ ኤርፎርስ፣ አንዴ እዛ ቦታ፣ አንዴ ጎጃም፣ አንዴ ተመልሼ ስመጣ ተጎጃም ተመልሰን ስንመጣ ኮሪያ መጣ። ስፔሻል ባታሊዮን ተብሎ ተመረጠ እና ትሬኒንግ ተጀመረ። እኛ አላወቅንም ኮሪያ መሆኑ። በኋላ ያኔ 20 አመት ሆነኛል። 20 years ደርሻለሁ። እንዳው ኩራትም ልቤም ጉርምስናም መጥቷል።
Now before we start talking about Korea, what was going on in Goja at that time?
ደጃማች አበረ,
who's that?
One of the chief of that time, one of the governor of that time. He became against the present government. Much better. መንግስትን ተቃውሞ ለብቻው እንትን ለማለት ፈለጉ።
Okay. So you guys went there.
ያለ ማስተካከል ነው ይሄ ነው።
Okay.
And to adjust that.
And basically that's around what 1940.
41 42.
Okay.
በኢትዮጵያ አቆጣጠር በፈረንጅ እነግርሻለሁ በ1939 38 ማለት ነው።
Okay.
European calendar.
So you got promoted to, you come back from there, you get promoted to second lieutenant.
Lieutenant, no,
Lieutenant.
full lieutenant. No.
Okay.
Second lieutenant ሆኛለሁ already 1941.
So when you went to Gojo, you were already
ጎጃም ሲሄድ
Gojam.
lieutenant ነኝ.
Okay.
Lieutenant. Second lieutenant አይደለሁ, lieutenant.
Okay. And then when you came back,
Now election came. Special battalion. ልዩ ሻለቃ ተባለ። እና ያ ተባለና ያው የኮሪያ ሻለቃ ነው። አልተናገሩትም ግን
እሺ
በቃ ኮሪያ ተጀመረ በቃ።
And what was going on in Korea at this time?
That was the Korean War time.
Wow.
This is 1950 now. I'm 1950.
And at this time you're about 20 years old.
21, yeah. On 21 I left for Korea.
21 as a lieutenant.
No, as a captain.
As a
Now,
captain.
I will be promoted. Almost when it is ready, I was promoted.
To captain. So you went from, what were the different steps by this point? You went from second lieutenant to captain?
Yeah.
Okay, so you go from second lieutenant to captain, which is right before you go to Korea.
Right.
Then you go to Korea.
When I go to Korea, I was elected to be a company commander, a heavy weapon company commander, and I was promoted to a captain. Promoted. When I left Ethiopia to Korea, I was Captain Yilma Teshome.
When you left Ethiopia to Korea, you were Captain Yilma Teshome.
Correct.
Okay, so basically what I remember you talking about when we were younger about how your mother, was that when your mother was opposing the,
Yeah.
This when you went to Korea?
You see, when I was going to Korea, ችግር መጣ። ችግሩ ምንድን ነው? My mother wanted me not to go. I am the only son. Because of that, she wanted me to remain from Korean War. And I didn't know that she's planning that.
You didn't know she was planning on what? Stopping you?
To stop me not to go.
Uh-huh.
But she was planning. And the plan was, she called a lot of people from our family. Like Rasmus Finn, Haji Ramato.
Who's Rasmus Finn?
Rasmus Finn means from my mother's side. There was one big man by that time.
Who's he?
One of the big Ethiopian fellow.
He was her
He's
uncle?
our relative. Huh?
He was her uncle or?
Yeah, like her uncle. Yeah.
And she?
He came, Haji Ramato came from Silte, Mama Bunish, Mambilete, Abba, Tete, all big people of my family came.
Your dad was there too?
Who?
Your dad?
My dad, of course. And then they called me from job, from my workplace. ጠሩኝ ሰምኛለሽ ጠሩኝና ሄጄ ዶክተር እስክትሆን ድረስ እናስተምርሃለን እንግሊዝ ሀገር ተልከ እኔ እነግራለሁ ልጅ አለ ወይ አንተ ብቻ እሺ በለንና ቀራለኝ
All of them?
Yeah.
Together?
You know what they said? Did you understand? They told me to ask General Mulugeta not to send me to war. Me.
General Mulugeta
is the commander of the bodyguard.
Uh-huh.
Because they went first to ask General Mulugeta. They went themselves. And Mulugeta told them, ask him. We will not tell him not to go, but ask him. If he says yes, we will let him not go.
Okay.
If he says no, we cannot help you. Okay. Now, then they came to me. You see. First they went, General Mulugeta told them, ask him, ask Yilma. And when they called me home, these people were sitting, and Rasmus Finn spoke. He told me that he will send me to London and go to school till I become a doctor. And you know what I asked them? I said, ዘመድ ያለው ከኮሪያ ሊቀር ዘመድ የሌለው ኮሪያ ሊዘምት. People who are friends not to go to war, people who has no friend to go to war, I will not accept this. Nobody, no, I will not, that's the only word I said. I will not accept this over. And I salute them, I turned around and I went back to my work. And I told to my mother, እናቴ ተስፋ ቆረጪ. This kind of thing, lose this hope. No more that I do this, I said. እናቴ ተስፋ ቆረጪ አልኳት. ከዛ በኋላ እኔ ወደ ስራዬ I went to my job. And Korea came and
so what did your dad want you to do?
My dad, he didn't say nothing. He just kept silent because he knows me. You see, even if I am a young man, my father knows me very well. He didn't want to mess up. He knows that I will not say yes.
He knew that you would not accept staying.
Yeah, he knew. He's a soldier himself, so he didn't know what to talk.
But on your mother's side, the generals and they didn't want you to go.
Yeah, because they wanted to help my mother.
Okay, so and they were more, and they were saying, hey, why don't we just send you to Europe?
Yeah, that was the anybody can be convinced. Anybody in this world
could be convinced not to go.
Yeah.
So what was it? Why? I mean, you said your one reason, which was.
No, I said I opposed this.
But why else did you oppose it? You said one reason was because, well, what about the people who don't have families and who don't?
Because I am like that. I understand that it's wrong decision. No, because I have relatives, I can't go to war, and people who don't have somebody.
So you really looked at it that way.
Yeah.
You said that is not fair.
I didn't like. I said I will go. I will face my chance with my friends. I cannot do that, I said.
Wow. That's interesting.
You know, in $5,000 of that time, and drinks by case, and everybody, everybody, they gave me money and drink in my
Which
home.
that night? That same night? To get you to stay?
No, but after they said he has done correct decision.
So even though the men on your mother's side were trying to get you to stay, when they knew you were serious, they supported it.
Yeah, they support.
And
they supported that I was right on what I have said. I said I will not accept. አንቺ አማርኛው አልገባሽም። ዘመድ ያለው ኮሪያ ከኮሪያ ሊቀር ዘመድ የሌለው ኮሪያ ሊዘምት. ይሄንን አልስማማም አልኳቸው. ዘመድ ያለው a man who has big friends like you not to go to war, and a man who don't have big friends to go to war, I will not accept this. This is what I said.
Wow.
And that is really a big thing. But by that time in my age to say that.
Yeah, 21 years old.
Yeah, it's very, very.
So you were very much affected by the men that you came from, by your father and your grandfather, and your willingness to serve.
Yeah.
It was in your blood.
The emperor, money. They send me money and drink from the emperor. They heard everything what I said. The emperor heard, the empress heard, everybody, the royal family heard it. They told, Rasmussen went and told them. We asked him not to go to war, he said this to us. They said.
Wow.
Well, that time it was a big.
So when the emperor heard, when Haile Selassie heard that, he even sent you money.
Oh yeah, he sent me money and said, you are an excellent soldier.
Wow. That is very interesting.
አሁን እንግዲህ ምን ላይ ነው ያለነው?
Well, basically what we've done now is we've gotten up to 21 years old before you go to Korea. We've got 1 hour of footage. We're right at 59 minutes and 52 seconds right
በቃ
now.
እናቁም እዚህ ላይ።
So right now, and when we start next time, we're gonna start right with as you leave for Korea
ኦኬ
and what's going on at that time.
አሁን ውሃ ልጠጣ። ደህና ነው አሁን ጥሩ ነው። እንደዚህ እንትን እናደርገዋለን።
Yeah. See, when you just break it up like this, it's gonna be much easier to do. And then that even gives you a time. Now that you know we're gonna start with Korea, you can take notes. You can kind of start thinking about 21
I know.
and what was going on at that time, and then we'll go. Next time we'll go. I think we can even go like 10-year increments. What was going on? 10 years,
Oh, yeah.
10 years, 10 years.
ስንት ሰዓት ሆነ ደግሞ?
It's 10:20.
አንቺ
ጨረስን በቃ።
እንዴ
Yes.
ምን ብዬ ነገርኩ?
እንዴ አንተ ስትለፈልፍ እኔ ምን ባስጠማኝ? ቅድም የደከምከው አሁን በጣም በረታ።
Oh, see, we see Azalej coming out.
አይ አይ
I wanted to get some of these pictures on here, though.
ያንን አንሺው ይልቅ
Anything else?
ማቶ ከሚለው
Oh, yeah. Where did you take that picture, Baba?
የለም እንዴ ለምንድን ነው አንቺ የካሌንደሩን የተበሰብሽው? ከሱ የስሩን ወደ ላይ ማን ነው እንዲህ ያለው? ማን ነው ይሄንን መጥቶ የሚነካ?
ምን ምንድን ነው?
ይኸው ይሄንን
ቆየ እኮ እንደሱ ከሆነ
Dad, where did you take that picture by the computer?
ማን ነው እኮ እኮ ግርም ይለኛል።
Where did you take this picture? እዚህ ጋር ኮምፒውተር ያለው
ዋልግሬን
Yilma took.
The best new show on television?